Hello, my fellow raiders! This is Mloentje, and welcome back to Ark Raiders. Guys, we got a new update, and it's a pretty interesting one. We got a new trader, the Nomadic Envoys. Through the fabric wall seems inconspicuous, but this curiously dressed delegation welcomes only those who bring valuable goods to barter with. So it's actually a trader. So every other ones, we just need coins. So basically, there are merchants where we can buy from. The Nomadic Envoys are people we need to trade with, and they're stationed down here below. So let's see what we actually can do with this. So we've got two services. Now, service is stash expansion, guys. 12 slots, right? And we can use eligible items. We can use all the epic and legendary parts that we can get. So if you do select items, so 3 of these cores would be 18,000, because each core, each vaporizer regulator, is basically 6,000, right? So let's see if I click on everything. How much do I actually have? 90,000. So yeah, that's actually, you're gonna need to collect a lot. You're gonna need to kill a lot. That's actually pretty cool. And then Expedition Vault, guys. This is something that a lot of people have been asking for. I have not really been thinking about it. Like, for me, a reset is a reset. That means we need to go, like, collect everything again, right? But a lot of people have been asking for a means to actually transfer specific items over to their next expedition. So after departing on an expedition, any item placed in the vault will be available to your next raider. Expedition vault slot +1. So it's 200,000 for one slot. But if we look here, select items, we can go here and then expedition vault. You can see we have five spots. So we could, for instance, if I wanted to bring an Aphelion, like into my next reset, so on day 1 I actually have the Aphelion ready for me, I can actually take it, guys. Now, for most people, they're not gonna take the gun itself. Most people will most likely, like I have 2 Trailblazers. If I want to have the Trailblazer on day 1, I just bring the blueprints, guys, for whatever I want on my first expedition, right after the expedition. Or items that you say like, oh, I'm definitely going to need this item. For instance, let's say, I'm not really sure if we can bring in stacks, like a bombardier, if it's going to be a stack or just one item. We're kind of going to need to test that one out. But yeah, they require a lot of the parts, and I still need to work on my expedition. See, I still need 1 turbine, and then I still need vaporizer regulators. And then, of course, I also need materials, 300,000 worth of materials, 150,000 of provisions, right? Survival items. So, for me, personally, I'm probably going to work and complete my expedition before I actually start working on the Nomadic Envoys. Now, I say this, but we also need to, well, be sure, like, this is 200,000 5 times. So that's 1 million, guys. 1 million in total that you're gonna need to collect in resources, so epic and legendary resources that drop from the higher tier arc, to actually upgrade this and be able to take something over. So that's actually something extra to chase while, like for me, if I'm done with the expedition and I'm done with my workbenches, if I'm done with my quests, the only thing I really go for is the trials. Like right now, I have something else to actually go for, something else that will bring me back to the game to farm some little bit more. And it's not only the expedition vault that needs resources, guys. Like I said, they are traders. So for the Mirage outfit, limited stock 1, a new cosmetic, we also need 500,000 on the epic materials. For the bobblehead, it's a backpack charm. A portable TV, 5 portable TVs, headphones, and projectors. It is sad, though, that we cannot track the resources. That would be cool. For the bobblehead, it would be cool if I could track portable TVs, headphones, projectors, right? We could track almost everything in the game if it comes to resources. So it kind of doesn't make sense that I can't track this one. The Howdy, a new emote. It is an epic and legendary resources again. 100,000 this time, so that's pretty cool. The Tempest Blueprint, guys. 1 million in resources. A lot of people are gonna be farming up the epic resources. And they're gonna, like for me, if I just want to go for damage, I just go to the beach and kill everything, right? If I go for my trials, I'm not picking up anything anymore. So if you kill something, there's gonna be a whole lot of people swarming to your kills to pick up anything they can get your hands on. So that's gonna make it a little bit less fun. We also got a turbine compressor, which you would need for your expedition. So that's really, really cool. We need an alien duck, a rubber duck, and a flashy duck. Now the best ways to get these are actually from going towards our buried city and going to Bird City, guys. So to be able to trade with this dude, we would also have to do the event, which I basically don't really do unless it is a trial. So another reason for me to go into that specific run, guys. The Leviathan crown ship, something else that I still need for traders, raiders, we got projects. The avian alarm, guys. Leviathan, I've really not been working on this because I want to work on my expedition first, right? The velocity ship, I've not been farming anything for this project, but it's 6 days. I'm gonna need to start working on this project like hell. And now we can actually get items for the project. And it's collecting guns. So if you go to items, it's guns in total. And then the epic ones. For the turbine, it's the aliens. For the Tempest, it's also guns, guys. That we can actually trade in. Okay, pretty interesting. We also got Sirena Dorota. It's 30,000, so that's pretty cheap. And I kind of need 3 again for my project. So this would help my project along really, really well. 150,000 for how many Raider tokens? It's 1 out of 1. But there's a plus sign here, guys. Limited stock 1. So for 1 Raider token, that wouldn't make sense. It would make sense if it was like 20, 30, 50. But 150 required items for 1 Raider token, that wouldn't make sense. Now, these guys, weekly offers, guys, 6 days. They also have a reset. So next week, it's gonna be another inventory, another different type of materials you can buy from it. Now, it might be possible that it is randomized. So next week, we might actually see a turbine. I'm not really sure about if it's randomized or not, but it is possible that next week we see the turbine, but we won't see the Serena Dorota ship or the Leviathan ship, or we see the cosmetics. We might see other cosmetics, right? So every week, it should have new inventory, guys. So this is definitely something that you are going to want to farm for and something that you want to, well, basically look into. Because like I said, like for me at least, I'm going to go, after I'm done with this video, I'm going to go Bird City. I want my turbine compressor, guys. Because that would help me progress my expedition, right? So yeah, this is really, really cool, guys. A new trader in here, which you can trade items to. And, well, basically a means to actually start looking. In the store, we got a new outfit as well. The Sand Veiled set. That is actually a pretty cool set. I do have to say. Oh, look at this. Okay, so it is full. This looks pretty cool. This looks pretty cool. And then we got a radio. It's on the side here. That's the camera belt. Kind of looks like a gun holster, right? But it's actually a camera. Field console. That's the left one here. And then gloves. We can put gloves on. It's actually a pretty cool one, guys. And then it comes in black. Oh, this is nice. That is nice. Not a fan of this one. It's the camouflage print, guys. I'm just not a fan of camouflage print. This one is nice, though. That is a really cool one. And if you have dark spots and you're dressed up completely dark with the dark helmet, it's pretty shiny. Yeah, that is really, really cool. That is really, really cool. It also comes with tribal tattoo and a new backpack. It has a little treasure chest on the top. That's pretty cool. It's got a sleeping bag here at the bottom. And then a metal detector. I think that's a metal detector. Yeah, it's a microphone and then, yeah, it's a metal detector. That's pretty cool. So a treasure chest. That is really, really cool. And there should also be... so we got sideburns. If you want some sideburns on your head. Pretty cool. And let's quickly scroll through. I think that was it for cosmetics that we actually had. Yeah, seems so. So another thing that is pretty new is the new grenade launcher, guys. The Rascal. The Envoy has been drinking in a workshop again. Meet the Rascal, the latest addition to your arsenal for tackling armored threats. So lightweight, compact, and easy to carry, this unconventional launcher packs a punch despite its quirks. While it's slower to reload and a bit unpredictable on the aim, the Rascal shines as a reliable sidearm for those who want anti-arc firepower without the risk of lugging around a hull cracker. So this is going to be a one shot. So every time you shoot, you're going to need to reload. And the hull cracker is basically 5 shots. So yeah, pretty cool. Mod improvements, extended barrel, end of the rounds changes, the Sandveil set, facial hair, the sideburns, and the sheet set. So that's going to be another set. Is going to be introduced the 2nd of next month. So that is going to be in 13 days, plus minus. We got patch highlights, guys. An issue where players will be teleported when you stand on destroyed arc. The power cost of electronic cloak is downgraded. Weapon durability adjustments. Queen and Matriarch will now often step over things in place of step them through them. An option to block players after you reported it, and an update on security and anti-cheat. We got some balance changes here, guys, for the Firefly. Applies fire, so improved. The effect now matches the visuals more closely, and briefly grazing the flame no longer feels as punishing. So if you're on the side and you just get hit for like a second and you get set on fire, it burns like you are like in the flame itself. And that shouldn't be. So basically, if you go out of cover and it's not going to be as damaging anymore. The Rocketeer shoots several missiles at once. They're now constantly spread out over a larger area. So they're not going to be impacting the same position anymore, making it a little bit safer. Can't say that I'm really a fan of that one. Reduced power cost of the photoelectric cloak. And then changes to shield capacity on the combat MK3 flanking. The cloud renewal effect of the tactical MK3 healing has been changed to an AoE effect. It has increased the duration of the healing and the healing that it does, but also how long it takes, right? And you can also now heal your enemies. So if you go down and a heal cloud goes up, if your enemy steps in that cloud, he's also going to be healed. So careful with that one. Weapons, the patina base fire rate has been increased a little bit. And then weapon durability adjustments, guys. It's been clear that the durability changes in the last patch were felt too much on some weapons. For this update, we're targeting the worst offenders that seem to break too quickly, increasing their lifetime to bring them in line with other weapons. So these are shots to break. So you can see here, tier 1. So Anvil, Canto, Osprey, they all now got increases in 18%, 25%, so on. The Renegade, 45% even. The Osprey, 33. Jupiter, 33. Patina. So a bunch of changes there, and they will continue to listen to the feedback. We got weapon mods now. Extended barrel, bullet velocity has been increased. Increases the damage fall off. Renamed to extended barrel 3. New mesh, 2 lowers of lower tier variants now, and then a bunch of bugs, guys. If you want to look through them, pause the video, and you can basically see what else they have been fixing on. And then the known issues that they're working on, and an update on the security and anti-cheat. So that's everything that is basically in this update, guys. For now, I'm gonna wrap up this video here. Let's sit us down like we always do. And without further ado, I'm gonna go into Bird City because I want to get some ducks to be able to start trading. If you want to see more of my quest progression on my Let's Play here in Ark Raiders, guys, or any other game I might be playing on my channel, just hit that subscribe button. It would always help out a lot. I do hope you enjoyed this episode, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.